Really means to live like golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby, no, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, we're golden.
Firstly, this is a pneumatic tank. It is basically just pressurized / compressed air in a metal looking like cylinder. This one can be filled up all the way to 200 psi. But the game manual for high stakes says that we are only allowed to fill them up to 100 psi, but we can also have up to 2 pneumatic tanks on a robot. PSI stands for pound force per square inch. For example, our Earth has an atmospheric pressure of 14.7 psi. A fire hydrant has 20 psi, and a car tire has around 30 to 35 psi. Compared to all of these examples, pneumatic tanks have a lot of psi. However, the psi isn't all used at once. Next is the on and off switch. When the air from the pneumatic tanks gets to it from these black plastic tubes, when the switch is turned on, air from the pneumatic tanks can freely flow through the switch and out the other side. But when the switch is turned off, the flow of the air stops coming out from the other side of the on and off switch. We have the solenoid. When the air from the on and off switch reaches the solenoid, there is a valve that is controlled by the actual solenoid. The purpose of the solenoid is to turn electrical energy into mechanical energy. So basically you can code the solenoid to control if air comes in or out of the solenoid when a certain button is pressed on the controller. Solenoids are very useful in the real world. Some examples include MRI machines, microphones, cars, hotel door locks, and speakers. Lastly, there is a pneumatic cylinder, which is basically just a piston. All of the air from the pneumatic tank, the on and off switch, and the solenoid ends up in the pneumatic cylinder, which is very useful in competitive robotics. This certain pneumatic cylinder is double acting, which means it has 2 places for the air to enter in. Pneumatic cylinders are used to turn compressed air into linear motion and force. Linear means a straight line. When the air enters the pneumatic cylinder, several parts in the cylinder work together to push and retract the piston rod.